welcome to This Week in Mini Apps, where we go over different Farcaster mini apps and bring on builders to share what they're building. So this week, very excited, we have the Tipn team here. So would love to have you guys introduce yourselves and share at high level what you're building, and then we can get into the weeds later.
Cool. Cam, you want to kick things off?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Tipping is microtransaction infrastructure built on Farcaster. We use the open social protocol to read like data and read comment data and trigger transactions programmatically whenever users take those respective actions. We launched in April, so it's been a couple months now, and recently we climbed to the top of the mini app leaderboard, which was super exciting. The community getting really excited about what's going on with tipping, and this whole meta of if every interaction on social media was backed by real value in some way, like what could that amount to? Because we know Farcaster is a little bit early days compared to a platform like X, but thinking as we scale out, the potential really feels there. Matt, if you want to add anything.
Yeah. First of all, Matthew, aka Nifty Time. Happy to chat with you, Linda, proper legend. I think our connection kind of goes back even beyond the Purple app, Descent days, project that Camprini and I have been building, and he launched back in August of 2017. So we've been at the intersection of crypto and social, doing cool on-chain incentive experiments for a while. But yeah, like Cam said, with Tipn, very cool little mini app, super simple at first. You set it up, 2 steps, like the tip on the timeline. You can turn the like button into a money payment button. It's been really fun to get the kind of reaction and reception that we have so far, and really excited to demo that today together.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I really appreciate you guys taking the time, and I've loved seeing Tipn, and I feel like, it's kind of crazy it was only launched in April because there's been so much momentum and interest around it, and I've showed it to a bunch of people, and it's often been like a light bulb moment of like how you can earn crypto when you're posting content. So love what you guys are doing, and then we'll just go over some like very quick news in the ecosystem, and then dive into showcasing Tipn. So I'm gonna just share my screen real quick, and then just some updates from us in the ecosystem. So we are going to have the developer calls every other week again. There was we did some brief experimentation where it was Varun creates a video, and then people can comment and ask questions and stuff like that. But we actually found that the developer call format worked really well because we give an overview of different things happening in the ecosystem, what the team's working on, and gives a chance for developers to ask questions real time with the team. So that is happening every other Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And then there is a Google Calendar link so that you can just add it to your calendar and make sure you don't miss one. They also should be recorded, so you can reference it later, but I do find them to be really valuable to interact with the team. Please join if you're interested. The other news I wanted to add as well is we have Arbitrum is spending time leaning into the ecosystem, and they are integrating with a bunch of different mini apps. But for developers, they're actually they have $2,500 in weekly rewards for mini app builders. And so if you are helping to bring about transactions in Arbitrum, this is where you can earn weekly rewards. This is going to be similar to our Dev Rewards leaderboard, where it's ranked based off of usage and on-chain transactions. And so we're going to just use the same algo, but specifically for Arbitrum, and provide that data to them. So this is another way that you can earn, in addition to our $10,000 in weekly rewards that we have on our side as well. So definitely check out Arbitrum's announcement and think about what you could do that makes sense in your ecosystem. And then similarly on the developer reward side, I mentioned, so we historically have been giving out $5,000 in weekly rewards to mini app builders, and it's the top 50 builders. But now we find that it's been going really well, and we actually want to increase this. So it's going to be 10K in developer rewards every week, and that's going to be split among the top 100 mini app builders. And actually, Base app is going to have their own version of developer rewards as well. So as you can see here, you've got Arbitrum, Farcaster, Base. Everybody's giving out mini app developer rewards. So it's something where we really want to help grow the ecosystem and help reward builders for usage and contributing. So that is the main news updates, and then I'll pass it over to you guys if you want to show Tipn and walk us through it.
Cool. You can hear me still, right?
Yeah.
All right. And then reshare the screen. Farcaster. Boom. You can see this?
Yep.
Cool. This is the purple app, as everyone knows. This is the main feed. And we're going to demo Tipn real quick. So you can see I have Tipn in my saved mini app folder, but for other folks, maybe you can click into the mini app section and you'll see Tipn up here towards the top of the mini apps. Like every other mini app, click it, open it, and if you're on mobile, it'll be the same thing, except it'll take over your full screen. If this is your first time using Tipn, it's super simple to set up. There's literally 2 steps. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to set up an approval, like the maximum amount of USDC that you would like to spend. I have an extraordinarily high amount because I just want every single like that I have to send money out on the purple app. And then the second step that you need to approve would just be the value of each like to tip action. So currently I have it set up to 10 cents because I like to tip dimes. Other people like to tip their 2 cents. Some people really like to make it rain if they want to do like a large reward campaign and send out like $1, $10 higher value sums. You can just manually enter that. But for the purposes of this demo, I'll just keep it super simple. Once that's set, that's it. If that's all you want to do, tip and like. So you can come out over here and like, Linda, you have no likes here. I need to give you a like. So that's giving Linda 10 cents right there. Patrizia Barnato, aka Fabiano Speziati's wife, was reshared something. I want to reward her, liking that, and that's literally sending 10 cents there. Say Angel, creator of a bunch of mini apps, including Farcaster, which is like the sports bar of the purple app. So give him a little like there. And then let's verify this real quick. So I'm going to do a little refresh since I'm on desktop, refresh the wallet, refresh everything. So opening my wallet as my internet loads. And you can go over to activity once this loads. And you'll see the first tip that I sent out to Linda has processed and gone through. So the tip and likes that folks are sending out, they process in like 30-second batches. So you click like, and it'll take like a couple seconds for it to hit the chain and show up here. So that's tip and like, but there's a lot more that we've added since we launched. And it's funny, we launched Tipn actually like 3 months, almost to the day, 3 months and a day before. So we've added a lot since the Tipn likes. We've recently introduced something called Tipn allocations. I think it's like 10 days old at this point. This is something that we released with a limited amount of users that had been using Tipn, but also we wanted to invite folks in the broader ecosystem to test this out. This is a hat tip, pun intended, to the meta that DGen had kicked off last year, where they had the cast to tip or reply to tip model. So we realized and we saw and we felt ourselves a deep nostalgia for that tipping method. Because when we launched Tipn and we kind of innovated with tipping out of your worklet, tipping super seamlessly via the like button, when we were explaining this and introducing Tipn to the network, a lot of folks were hankering. They were really like associating tipping on Farcaster with the degen style. So we knew there was something there. And as we were building, we finally figured out the best way to implement it. And we implemented it with this limited group, like I was saying, and we're bringing back that magic of not forcing folks to tip anything out of their wallet, but instead, if folks have and are granted Tipn allocations, they're literally tipping out of the Tipn treasury. And anyone that has an allocation, you'll see like how much Tipn you have to spend, and you have this running balance. So let me go back to Linda and make it rain on her. The way that we do this, like I said, you just, thanks for hosting. You can leave a little comment. And then put an amount that you would like to tip, add the Tipn ticker, reply, boom. And that literally sent Linda a Tipn tip. And Linda, if you wanted to claim that, you can claim that literally right away. The place that folks can claim these Tipn tips that allocators are sending out on the network is in the earn section of the Tipn app. You come over here and you'll see the Tipn allocation section. That's all of the Tipn that folks have been tipping out of the allocations that they have. And the process to claim that is super simple. Click claim, confirm that, and as soon as that transaction goes through, boom, that's Tipn that's in my wallet, which is pretty cool. Super seamless, really easy to get. You get sent it, you can claim it right away. If you have an allocation, you can send it out, people get it real quick. So, okay, that's kind of interesting, but like, what do you do with Tipn? All right, we have some other magic under the hood. So if you saw the wallet transaction a little bit earlier, you saw that in addition to the 10 cents that I tip Linda, there's another associated transaction. There's a 1 cent fee there. So every tip that is sent out on the Tipn protocol, it takes a little fee. So if anything 10 cents or higher, there's a fee that's capped at 1 cent. Anything below 10 cents, it's 10% of what that tip value sent out. We don't keep that fee as a company. That fee is redistributed to the whole Tipn network. The way that it's distributed is to Tipn token stakers. So within the Tipn app, again, the bottom of the earn section, you can see that we make it super simple for folks to stake or deposit their Tipn into our audited staking smart contract. You can see that there's 416 million Tipn already staked, which is crazy. It's like over 41% of the total token supply. And I have a bit staked. And then you can see that I just claimed a bunch of Tipn. I have that available. I want to add that to my stake, approving this, confirming this, staking that. And like I said, the fees that are generated by the Tipn protocol from everyone sending out Tipn likes, those are distributed to the Tipn stakers. So of that 416 million, I have a certain percentage of the total staked. Whatever that percentage is, let's say that it's 2% for easy math. If there's $1,000 that are redistributed across here, then I'm going to be getting a proportionate amount of that $1,000. So I think it's like $20 or something like that. If my math is not terrible, it very well could be. But that's the way in which we kind of redistribute the value that the growing base of users and growing network of tippers is generating every single day throughout here. And those rewards become claimable again in the earn section since we're earning these rewards. So since we launched staking, I think like last month, could be 3 weeks, I've earned $210 so far in staking rewards from the fees generated from all the tippers throughout the network. So that's that. And then in addition, like one last little extra bonus point is anyone that is actually tipping USDC through like to tips, you're not just altruistically giving away USDC, although like some people may think and be okay with that. We want to make sure that anyone that's giving value and contributing value to the network gets rewarded in some way. So if you're tipping USDC every single day, based on the fees that you're paying, you're getting more Tipn token back. So to date, claimable now, I have like 28,000 Tipn left to claim that. I'll keep that unclaimed, but it's the same process as above. One click, claim, on-chain transaction goes through, done. So that's the Tipn app as it is today. We set it up to be simple at first, but as folks kind of learn more about the Tipn flywheel, we tried to tuck everything that we could under the hood here. We're looking to make it more refined, easier to use, more valuable, and the Tipn community is doing a good job of kind of spreading the message and helping to onboard a whole new wave of folks. So that's a lot. I'm sure there's questions. Also, there may be gaps in what I presented. Cam, feel free to jump in, but yeah, we'll pass it.
That was very comprehensive from my perspective. Can you open up the Farcaster stream?
Yeah.
I was also gonna ask in the meantime, like, what are like interesting like behaviors or things you've seen in the community that maybe you weren't expecting or that has been awesome to see? Like, I'd love to hear more on the like, community side.
Yeah. So we set Tipn up to be extremely composable. Like it's not just meant to tip in feed, although that's obviously like the way that most people interact with and are exposed to Tipn. But Cam brought up Farcaster by Say Angel. It's a really good example. Another cool dev in the space.
Sorry, Matt, can you just log in real quick? Everyone's saying hi. Just do the phone thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this should be switched to quick off too. So Say Angel, please update this so that pop-up goes away for your users on web, and then we can see it. Yeah.
Boom.
Yo.
Nice.
And then let me like this. So like this is reinforcing exactly what I was about to say. So because I have Tipn enabled, I'm jumping into Farcaster and Angel, because of like composable money Legos, when I'm liking within this mini app, I'm sending a Tipn like, I'm sending USDC to whoever I like there. Previously we had set up an additional nice little detail here so that I think it was during one of the F1 races that Aho may have been hosting alongside Say Angel. Anyone that had Tipn enabled in the chat, so I think all 37 of the folks on the Purple app were in Farcaster at the time. Everyone that was sending out tips, they weren't sending it peer-to-peer in the Farcaster app at that time. What was happening was they were routing their tips to a shared Tipn pool that after the event ended, a lucky individual received that total pot, which I think around was like $150 USDC or something like that. And that again highlights the like programmable nature of the streaming money that is coming out from folks' worklets via this like to tip mechanism. But again, like the developers are really jumping onto this. We have a Tipn bot that just was launched that Cam can probably speak to more. Yeah, Downshift is right there. Shout out Downshift. Like folks in the community coming and taking this like composable money Lego and adding their own twists or adding a utility to make it easier and more legible for folks in the community to see what's happening. And that's really what we want to see more of. Having the developers, the mini app ecosystem of creators really take Tipn, implement it, and kind of blow people's minds with what's possible with streaming money, composable building blocks of money like this that Farcaster makes possible with the sufficiently decentralized open social protocol.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm setting up Livecaster right now. I guess like yeah, you were talking about like stuff in the community. Would love to hear a bit more on that as well.
Yeah. So one of the things that we're really excited to see, and we've seen this with like for example Peachy and the anime manga channel. We view Firecaster as like a really important home for communities to build out their cozy corners on the internet. Folks like Peachy, but there's many more examples. Sangel's a great example of Livecaster. Having their cozy communities, they want to figure out ways to reward their community members. A few weeks ago, I think this is right before we launched the Tipn token, we were doing like a 1K a day giveaway where we were working with like folks like Peachy to say, hey, we see what you're doing, building out community. We know how valuable that is. We'd love to present this like $1,000 for you to allocate to the community. So she leaned on the Cura leaderboard that she has set up. Shout out the Open Rank folks. And she had telegraphed that, hey, for the next week, top performers over here, you're going to get blessed at the end of the week. I'm going to Tipn like the top N number of folks on the leaderboard at week's end. So folks in the community using Tipn as a tool to reward their communities to make their corners of the Purple app even cozier is something that we've seen. And then just the fact that effectively, because of the way that the fees are redistributed, anyone that uses Tipn is earning a stake in like this like burgeoning, growing network. Folks are just getting very stoked off of that possibility and what that may turn out and evolve into. So folks are just becoming like Tipn, like the Tipn community, right? So we knew that communities would use Tipn to help grow their communities. What we've seen is like a community grow around Tipn itself. If we go to the Tipn channel that we just set up yesterday, oops, can I type? There we go. Tipn. So if you go over here, shout out this Tipn Pepe by Fabiano Speziati. You go over here, like you can see all this Tipn inspired art and like dank memes that folks are sharing and creating. Hi, Emma. Shout out down shit. Like seeing this sort of community reaction to a product like Tipn, which is like at base, it's a microtransaction payment processor with like this array of like really robust, powerful like DeFi primitives interwoven in here. It's like DeFi tech, but to have this like really warm community built up around it, creating, inspired by it, that's been a really special thing for us personally to see. And for folks that are out here watching this, I can't emphasize enough how exciting it is to see this organic community spring up like this. It's not something that happens every day. It can't be taken for granted, and it's really special.
That's awesome. Yeah, well, I really appreciate you sharing, and Livecaster is really cool too, and maybe Horsefax and I will try to get one set up for the future streams that we do as well. Yeah, anything else you wanted to add that you missed on Tipn?
Ken, what else?
Yeah, no, I think that was a great overview, Matthew. I've been having so much fun just in the chat, admittedly. So thank you for giving me the space to also do that while you were presenting. But I think the thing to keep in mind, as Matthew said, we have two main features, You hit the like button, it sends money, and then for certain users, you can comment 100 Tipn or 1,000 Tipn. That feature is not for everybody. We actually use select user targeting to optimize for growth and give it to certain users. That being said, we have 2 weeks left. And so we're going to do a refresh of it next Tipn Tuesday and then the following Tipn Tuesday. And so if you aren't set up on Tipn, go set up that like button, start sending it around, and you might be included in the next refresh to get Tipn allocations, which are kind of like, it's an OP feature. So after that, we plan on also doing more tokens, but we'll kind of save that for a later announcement. But thank you all for tuning in, and thank you, Linda, for hosting us.
Yeah, for sure. And then I'm just gonna show a couple more mini apps, and then feel free if there's like one or two that you also want to highlight outside of Farcaster and Tipn, feel free to. So I'm gonna take over this screen real quick. So I'm going to do my iPhone mirroring so you can see what I'm taking a look at. Awesome. So there's a lot. I mean, there's so many mini apps that come out every week. We're just playing around with different ones. One that I wanted to highlight that was new in the Arbitrum ecosystem that I thought was really well built is 9 Lives. And so this is a prediction markets mini app that is on Arbitrum, and you can see all the different markets that you can participate in. So like you can see it's like a very wide variety. So US recession in 2025, and you can take a look at the volume, liquidity, outcome, and participate in the position. So they've been getting a lot of traction recently, and they just launched a few days ago. So would totally take a look at that. And then
the aesthetics are incredible. Sorry, I just had to call that out.
I love it.
Great.
It looks really well done. Team spent a lot of time on it, so kudos to them. You can filter by different categories and search campaigns. So really, really well built interface.
On the Arbitrum front, how many mini apps are you seeing built over there? Like, very curious as a Arbitrum outsider, like the activity that's going on there. Obviously, I hear a lot about DeFi, but curious any other insights you can share on that front.
Yeah, I mean, the mini app site is newer, so that's like a new campaign that as of this week has just been launched to really engage with the Arbitrum community. So we're still going to see, but I think 9 Lives is a really great example of like well built out mini app, and if you're into prediction markets, like this is definitely something to be checking out. There's right now I think several that have already integrated Arbitrum of existing mini app builders, and then there's several more coming in the pipeline that are in the works. And so hoping that this is also another ecosystem that really feels welcome in Farcaster. The idea is that if you're building something, Farcaster is going to be the best place for you to get in front of users and have that distribution and early community and iterate and test things out. And so we welcome all ecosystems, and has been awesome to see Arbitrum lean in and give out developer rewards, and hoping that goes well. So
I mean, strong cosign there. Sorry, I just got to interrupt and say, Linda, we were doing Cent back in like the 2017, 2018 era, and the whole like getting distribution on X for your crypto app thing, it's an order of magnitude better starting on Farcaster, regardless of what chain, just because the user base is so attuned to what is happening or what will be happening next in crypto. And so for us, just as a cosign on what you said, it's for consumer crypto apps, there's no better place to launch.
That's awesome. I'm gonna clip that and share that as a video within Farcaster. So awesome. So that is one of them. And then there's one where so the Dymo, I don't know how to say this one specifically, but this team, they have like a little tournament going on where they're giving out tokens for playing their game, and they're launching on Farcaster app first before launching on base app. And so we are going to just check out this game. And so it automatically should link up my wallet, and so I can get rewards. And so it's a fun little game. But what I really like about this specifically is that there's like tournaments around it. So I think we're gonna see like increasingly more games that are going to like have ways that you can earn, and like, you know, I'm not gonna play this the whole time. Yeah, share on Farcaster. There you go. So you can see that this gets casted out everywhere. And then others can play. So, yeah, I just really like the tournament style. It's a great way to get like people who maybe aren't as like crypto native, just like playing different games and earning their first crypto in their wallet, posting content, getting likes, earning. So very much into this like earning mini apps side of things that very excited by. Yeah, so those are the two. And then obviously like the really big news that happened, I mean, this week was Coinbase announcing that they are, you know, building Base App and a bunch of other things in the ecosystem. But specifically, Base App is now going to be a full-on Farcaster client. So you will have all the casts, all the accounts created, mini apps like these will be shared across different clients. And this is like another way that builders are able to get in front of more users. The team is working hard on trying to make things more compatible for builders, because I know there's like confusion and like pain points around like, okay, you build something and it's maybe not as compatible with like little parts of it. So that's a priority by the team to improve, and we really want to just support builders and getting distribution. Like that's our top priority.
This is my lo-fi screen share. This is Tipn
awesome.
in the Base app. I'm gonna click it and open it, and it fully loads. So we are rocking and rolling in the Base app too. So hope to see
That
some
is
users from there.
perfect. Yeah. So
Yeah.
very, very excited by all the work that they're doing there, and hopefully bring in like a wave of new users to Farcaster. So yeah. Anything, yeah, before we close this off, was there anything you wanted to leave everyone with? Is there some mini app that I missed that you wanted to highlight specifically? We have like three minutes left.
Just hope everyone has fun here. You know, we're building out the future in real time together, and like, of course, there's like a little bit of competition here. Competition's great, but we have a little saying like we want to move away from like PvPing to go towards a more like WAGMI like approach, which a lot of people will snicker at or laugh at, like 2021, like get out of here. But I just want to emphasize that like that saying like, oh, we're all going to make it, that was born out of like 2019, 2020 era in particular. The builders, the artists, the creators that were working together when no one was giving us the time of day, that were building towards a better future for themselves and for others. And that's exactly what we're doing now, just on a much bigger stage with better tools, better ecosystem. So really encouraging everyone, if they want to work together with us, we're open. The direct casts are open. Please come, please hit us up. Let's build a much, much bigger space, pie, whatever you want to call it, together. Let's have fun.
Nice, well said. Yeah, thing I love about Firecasters, people are very open to learning and to sharing feedback and helping each other. So like, yeah, DM people, ask questions, try things, build things. So yeah, thanks so much for joining me in this live stream today, and yeah, very excited to see all the great work that Tipn has been doing and will in the future. So yeah, thanks.
Thank you so much, Linda.
Thank you, Linda.
Cool.